Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to share some fairly simple changes that I think would have made Wonder Woman 1984 a much better movie. To start, we need to cut the Themyscira scene in about half. It is way too long. I want to really focus on the not cheating or taking shortcuts theme. Next, we want to keep the 1980s style, bright colors, etc. from the mall scene at the beginning, throughout the movie. It is supposed to be 1984, after all, and the shift back into a more muted color palette was disappointing. The first big change will be that Steve just pops up out of nothing, like everything else. Have him show up in his old clothes and do the outfit montage in a store, like we did with Diana. Other than location, keep that scene the same, specifically, the one outfit that Diana liked and Steve thought was ridiculous. Have their love scene in her apartment. Doing this will avoid a lot of weirdness. Most of the changes, however, will center on the villains. We're going to move some of Max's flashbacks earlier into the film, so we can lean a little more into him doing this for Alistair, because he doesn't want his son to think he is a loser, like his own father was. As for Barbara, she's only going to make her first wish to be like Diana, gaining not only Diana's strength and abilities, but also her confidence. Diana, Barbara, and Steve's research on the stone needs to happen after they know, or at least suspect, that Max has wished to become the stone. While researching the other civilizations that had possessed the stone, they begin to realize that these places' destruction was caused by the chaos arising from multiple contradictory wishes. Their research leads them to theorize that if Max renounces his wish, all of the wishes he granted would be undone as well, and if they can convince him to give up that power, perhaps they can save civilization from being destroyed this time. The fight between Wonder Woman and Barbara takes place with Barbara still in human form and in front of Max in the satellite room. Keep the satellite thing, it's dumb, but it's comic book dumb, so I'm okay with it. The same goes for the jet. During the fight, Max continues to address the camera more and more fervently. The shot switches back and forth between Max and the fight, and when the camera is on Max we occasionally see him glancing worriedly at something off screen. Meanwhile, Steve is trying to figure out how to shut down the satellite feed, but he unfortunately doesn't understand the technology at all. Diana uses the golden armor because she's losing her powers due to her wish. But at first, even with the armor, she is still losing. That's when we go back to the shortcut and cheating theme. We have a couple Themyscira flashbacks. Steve tells her they both know what she has to do, and that it's okay. He may have to go, but his love for her will live forever. Diana manages to muster up enough strength to stun Barbara long enough to say goodbye, giving him up in front of Max and regaining her power. Max sees this and is shaken by it, but shrugs it off. At first, Wonder Woman lassos him and asks why he's doing this. His reply is that everything he's ever done, all of it, it's all for Alistair. The lasso compels Max to not only tell, but also see the truth and memories, comparing his childhood to what kind of dad he's actually been. Race through his mind, making him realize that even though he really was doing this for Alistair, all his son wants is what he wanted from his own dad, love and attention. This, and seeing Diana's sacrifice, inspire him to renounce his wish and run to find his son. At the end, we still have the same scene with the guy whose body the original movie had Steve inhabit, but now he's just a handsome guy wearing the outfit Diana had liked when Steve tried it on, giving us the impression that maybe she'll be able to start moving on. The mid-credit scene is Barbara coming to after everything and realizing she got to keep her wish because it wasn't Max who granted it, so she still has her powers, setting her up to be the main baddie in Wonder Woman 3. We're also going to fix the CGI and cut the learning to fly scene in at least half. Like the Themyscira scene, it drug on way too long. With these relatively simple changes, I believe the rest of the movie could play out pretty much exactly like the theatrical release, while giving us a much better overall movie. That sums up my take on how to fix Wonder Woman 1984. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you, and have a great day.